Good morning, students. I am P. Ramachandra, Maths faculty of our organization, Sri Vidyadhari in Pulvendula. Today, I am going to discuss real numbers. The first chapter in 8th IIT. Before going to describe real numbers and the definition of set of real numbers, we need to discuss the basic concepts which are nothing but different kinds of infinite sets. They are nothing but number one, set of natural numbers. Number two, set of whole numbers. Number three, set of integers. Fourth one, set of rational numbers. Number five, set of irrational numbers. And then we discuss the definition of set of real numbers. Now let us take one by one these different kinds of set of numbers. So the first one is a set of natural numbers. Here, what are natural numbers? So whenever we describe number of books, whenever we discuss number of benches, number of children, number of boys, number of girls, so we consider these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Here, these are nothing but countable numbers. The numbers which are used to count given objects, otherwise things, are said to be set of natural numbers. Set of natural numbers is denoted by the letter capital N, whereas capital N is equal to set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Here by the observation, set of natural numbers capital N is equal to set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Here we can easily tell that it is an infinite set. The least natural number is equal to 1. But the largest natural number is not defined in the set of natural numbers because it is an infinite set. Suppose you want to tell, sir, 100 is the largest natural number. We can easily tell that the next number that comes after 100 is 101. Suppose 1000, 1001. So like that here we can describe any natural number is known. The next natural number that comes after this we can easily determine, otherwise define. So that here set of natural numbers is an infinite set. The least natural number is 1 and the largest natural number is not defined. Here, for every natural number, its successor, in the sense the number that comes after can be defined. For example, 5 is a natural number. Here its successor is 6. Suppose 99, its successor is 100. 155, its successor is 156. Whatever natural number is given, immediately we can define its successor. The term that comes next can easily be defined here as shown on board. Then the term that comes before is said to be predecessor. Predecessor of every natural number is defined except for one, because natural numbers start with the first natural number 1 only. Therefore here predecessor of 1 is not defined. Predecessor of 2 is defined, it is nothing but 1. The term that comes before. Predecessor of 5 is 4. Predecessor of 100 is 99. Predecessor of 200 is 199. Here in the order, the next infinite set is set of whole numbers. Here the meaning is there in the word whole. Whole in the sense all, means including 0 along with all natural numbers. Are said to be whole numbers. Means that the collection of all natural numbers along with 0 are said to be whole numbers. Set of whole numbers is denoted by the letter capital W, whereas capital W equals set of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Here by the observation we can easily tell whether it is an infinite set, because it consists of infinite number of elements. So here it is also an infinite set. It is also an infinite set. Here the least whole number is equal to 0. The largest whole number in the set of whole numbers is not defined, since it is an infinite set. Here successor of every whole number is defined. For example, 0. Successor of 0 is 1. As per discussion, the term that comes next, otherwise the number that comes next, is said to be successor. Successor of 0 is 1. Successor of 1 is 2. Successor of 55 is 56. Successor of 59 is 60. As we know that predecessor, the term, otherwise the number that comes before, is said to be predecessor. Predecessor of 5 is 4. Predecessor of 100 is 99. Predecessor of 79 is 78. Here predecessor of 0 is not defined in the set of whole numbers, because the first number of W is 0, therefore its predecessor is not defined. Here it consists of infinite number of numbers, therefore it is also an infinite set. Here we have to note that every natural number is a whole number. 1 is a natural number, 1 is a whole number. 2 is a natural number, 2 is a whole number. 3 is a natural number, 3 is a whole number. 10 is a natural number, 10 is a whole number. Therefore, here every natural number is a whole number. But here in the set of whole numbers, one is a whole number, one is a natural number, two is a whole number, two is a natural number, 10 is a whole number, 10 is a natural number. But 0 is a whole number, but 0 is not a natural number. Therefore, every natural number is a whole number. Every whole number need not be a natural number. Here, every natural number is a whole number. So, otherwise, therefore, n is a subset of set of whole numbers W. It is symbolically n is a subset of W. So we call this one as the first condition. So here we go for defining in the order. The next one is a set of integers. Here set of integers is denoted by Z or I, whereas I is equal to, here set of integers is defined here as a collection of all whole numbers along with negative numbers. Here the negative numbers are -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, and so on. Here, set of integers is denoted by the letter I and is a set of collection of all whole numbers along with negative numbers. Then I is equal to set of dash 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 -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Here, by the observation, we can easily tell that it is an infinite set. But here, the predecessor of every integer is defined. Predecessor means the number that comes before. The predecessor of -4 is -5. The predecessor of -10 is -11. Predecessor of -20 is -21. Here successor in the sense the term that comes after -99. The term that comes after. Therefore, here predecessor and successor of every integer is defined. By the observation, the least integer is not defined, and the largest integer is not defined either. Means the least integer is not defined, the largest integer is not defined in the set of integers. But here every natural number is a whole number. Every whole number is an integer. Therefore, here set of whole numbers is a subset of set of integers. Therefore, it is symbolically represented as W is a subset of I. Call this one as the second condition. Therefore, here from the first and second conditions, the combination of these two can be written as N is a subset of W, is a subset of I. Call this one as the third condition. Then here we are going to define the next one, means the fourth one, set of rational numbers. Rational numbers are also called as quotient numbers. Quotient numbers. Here, where does the idea of a quotient come? Definitely in a division. In a division problem, we find all the times quotient. For example, 4 by 2 is a quotient, and the resultant value of this one is equal to 2. 5 by 1, when 5 is divided by 1, we get quotient as 5. 20 by 5, quotient is 4. Here 20 by 5 is nothing but 4. Here both are said to be quotients only, which are equal to one another. Here rational numbers are also called as quotient numbers. Every quotient number is a division of two numbers. Division of two numbers. So not only like this, here we can take minus 3 by 2, 0 by 5, 3 by 9. Here in any way we can take here this division problem. Here we can easily define this 4 is an integer, 2 is an integer, 5 is an integer, 1 is an integer, minus 3 is an integer, 2 is an integer, 0 is an integer, 5 is an integer. So here these are all the numbers are said to be rational numbers. Here set of rational numbers is denoted by the letter Q. Q stands for here a quotient, means that quotient numbers. Here Q is equal to, here it is in the form of P by Q, 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 in the form of P by Q. Therefore, every quotient number can be represented here as P is divided by Q, such that here Q is not equal to 0, because suppose Q is equal to 0, division by 0 does not exist. Division by 0 does not exist. We cannot divide any number by 0, but 0 can be divided by any number other than 0. Therefore, here Q is not equal to 0. What kind of numbers are these? 4, 2, 5, 1, minus 3, 2, 0, 5, 25. So these are all numbers are nothing but integers. Therefore, P comma Q belong to Z. P comma Q belong to Z. Then here, here set of integers is denoted by the letter Q, whereas Q is equal to set of P is divided by Q, such that Q is not equal to 0, P comma Q belong to Z. Examples for irrational numbers have been written on whiteboard. They are nothing but 4 is divided by 2, 5 is divided by 1, minus 3 is divided by 2, 20 is divided by 5, 0 is divided by 5. Here, not only with this, we can write so many examples for rational numbers. But every rational number is a quotient number. But like that, how many rational numbers we can define here? We can define infinite rational numbers. Therefore, set of rational numbers is an infinite set. Set of rational numbers is an infinite set. Here, we are going to describe what about the quotient of a given rational number. So here, we are going to take an example. 4 is divided by 2, 1 is divided by 5, 2 is divided by 3, 5 is divided by 8, and so on. Here, the least rational number is not defined, and the largest rational number is not defined because it is an infinite set. Here we are going to find out what about the quotients of these rational numbers. So they have been taken into our consideration. They are 4 is divided by 2, 1 is divided by 5, 2 is divided by 3, 5 is divided by 8. We are going to take one by one into account. So 4 is divided by 2. We know how to divide this 4 by 2. This is 2. The value of this one can be written as 2.0. Now we try to divide this 5 by 1. So this one is not divided by 5. According to division, here 0 can be kept and a point. Here we can write 0. So 5 2s are 10. The remainder is 0. Therefore, 1 is divided by 5 is equal to 0.2. Now we try to divide this 2 by 3. 2 is not divided by 3. Then 0 point here 0. 3 6 18. 2 again we can write down here 0. 3 6 18. The difference between these two numbers is 2. Again 0 we can write down 6. So the division problem that continues here, the quotient that continues here. Therefore, 2 is divided by 3 is equal to 0.666 and so on. Then again here we are going to divide this 5 by 8. So as we know that 0 point here we can write down 0. 8 6 48. The difference between these two numbers is 2. Then again we can write down 0. How many times this 20 is divided by 8? 2 times. 8 2s are 16. The difference between these two numbers is 4. We can write down 0. 8 5s are 40. The difference between the same numbers is 0. Therefore, 5 is divided by 8 is equal to 0.625. The value of 4 by 2 is 2.0. 1 by 5 is 0.2. 2 by 3 is 0.666 and so on. The value of 5 by 8 is 0.625. Here 4 by 2 is a rational number. 0.2 is a rational number. 0.6666 and so on is a rational number. 0.625 is a rational number. Therefore, here a rational number can be represented as either a terminating decimal or a non-terminating repeating decimal. Here, a rational number can be represented as either a terminating decimal or a non-terminating repeating decimal. So, what is the meaning of a terminating decimal? Here, whenever the numerator of a rational number is divided by denominator, the decimal expansion of the rational number, here that ends is said to be a terminating decimal. Otherwise, it is said to be a non-terminating repeating decimal. For example, 2.0 is a terminating decimal. 0.2 is a terminating decimal. 0.625 is a non-terminating repeating decimal. Sorry, here 0.625 is a terminating decimal. 0.666 and so on is said to be a non-terminating repeating decimal. Here we have methods of writing given terminating and non-terminating repeating decimals in the form of a rational number, which is nothing but p by q form. Now, here we are going to take this 0.2 and then 0.625. We try to write both in the form of a rational number. Here 0.2 is equal to, first we need to eliminate decimal point in the given decimal. So we get 0.2 by, in the denominator immediately we need to write 1. Here we are going to count digits in the decimal form of the rational number. So nothing but here only 1. So we need to write here 10. Here we get the number 2 is divided by 10. Here both the numbers are divisible by 2. So numerator and denominator are divisible by 2. So here 2 by 2 is 1. 10 by 2 is 5. Therefore, the value of 1 is divided by 5 is nothing but 0.5. So similarly, we write this 0.625 in the form of a rational number. So as for explanation, first we need to immediately eliminate decimal point in the number. So 0, 6, 2, 5 is divided by, in the denominator according to explanation 1 we need to write down. We are going to count number of digits in the decimal part of the number. 1, 2, 3. So 3 digits are here in the decimal part. We need to write down 3 zeros. Then here by reducing this one, we get 625 is divided by 1000. Both the numbers are divisible by 25 directly. So how many times 625 is divisible by 25? 25 times. Divided by 25, 25 is 625. 25 fours are 100. Then here 0 that remains, we need to write down 40. Again both the numbers are divisible by 5. 5 5s 25, 5 8s. Therefore, the value of 5 is divided by 8 is equal to 0.625. Then here, but this is not the process for writing a given non-terminating repeating decimal in the form of p by q. So the process is entirely different that we are going to describe in the next class. Thank you so much for listening me very patiently.